will be using English also, and I will be using Hindi as well. Okay. Okay. So why I have started my presentation from this Doha, which has been, we have been listening this Doha since when we were in school and we were in colleges, and still there is no alternative to this Doha in order to show the respect as far as teachers' respect is concerned. What, and any other participant, please? Any other participant? Through this Doha, the importance of teacher is given, that what is the importance of teacher. When both the Guru and Govind दोनों खड़े हैं, तो मैं किसके पहले पाँव लगूं, पाँव छूं? तो यानी गुरु जिसने के मुझे भगवान तक जाने का, ऊपर वाले तक जाने का रास्ता बताया है, मुझे उसके पाँव पहले छूने चाहिए। इसका मतलब ये है कि साहब इसमें इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ टीचर बताई गई है, गुरु बताई गई है, जिसको कि हम अपने टॉपिक में जो हमने लिया है कि बिकमिंग विश्वगुरु थ्रू गुरुज एम्फसाइज करने की कोशिश करेंगे। So in new education policy also 2020, which has talked about that teachers should be reestablished. It will definitely help in the reestablishment of teachers at all levels. The level that is, whether it is primary, secondary, and higher education, that teacher is the most respected and essential members of our society. But why? Because they truly shape our generation of citizens. So teachers' importance is there in every policy. So 2020, which is the latest policy, which has emphasized the IKS also. So we will be seeing all the policies. We will try to understand the role of teachers in making us Vishwaguru. Okay. So through this presentation, we will be trying to focus on that what is the role of our teachers, so that we can become Vishwaguru again. And we were Vishwaguru. In the past we were Vishwaguru. We were the world leaders. World was following us. And now through IKS, through Indian knowledge system, through our past thing, we will try to be Vishwaguru once again. So NEP has focused on, it will do everything to help the teachers to do their job effectively as far as possible, so that we can empower our teachers. And through what way we will empower our teachers? We will recruit the very best and the brightest, so that in this teaching profession at all levels, the due respect should be given, their dignity and autonomy should be maintained. So see, not only in the 2020, the new policy, that is national education policy, in earlier policy also teachers were given importance. See, the national policy on education, that is 1986, teachers were given importance there. If you see the what is given in that policy regarding teachers, one of the statements in that policy is that the status of teachers has had a direct bearing on the quality of education. The religious leaders and social reformers have been addressed as teachers of the people. So is the importance of teachers, that they have enjoyed a great position in our country. So this was given in 1986, before that policy 2020. And there was another policy, Kothari Commission, that is under the chairmanship of Daulat Singh Kothari, which has also talked about the importance of teachers. In that policy, you might have heard one of the very famous statements, that destiny of India is now being shaped in her classroom, again emphasizing the importance of teachers in our country. And in this Kothari Commission report, which has called the education as an instrument of change. Through education, we can bring change. You already know that what Nelson Mandela has said about education, that education is the most important weapon which we can use to change the world. And another policy another commission of 1948 to 49, which is known as Radhakrishnan Commission, in which it is given that the success of educational process depends so much on the character and ability of the teacher. If you analyze in all the policies, in all the commissions till date after independence, of course, after independence, there was Radhakrishnan Commission under the chairmanship of Radhakrishnan and Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, and then under the chairmanship of Daulat Singh Kothari Commission, and then NPE 86, and then NPE, that is NEP 2020. In all the policies, teachers were given importance. Teachers are important. So teachers' importance is always emphasized in all the policies and all the commissions. So what I will be focusing on, that the role of teachers, what is the role of teachers according to NEP, that it should create an environment where students can think with a creative, critical and logical, innovative mindset, so that we can prepare our students to face the life obstacles and challenges in their future. So we have to prepare students who are innovative. And how can we prepare innovative students in the classroom? That we will be discussing in our slides in this presentation. Now let us briefly discuss what are the principles on which this policy 2020 is based upon. There are some principles which will guide the education system, so that we can achieve IKS or we can implement IKS in our country. Government has introduced that we will be training 1,000, near about thousands of teachers for IKS, and this is the beginning that our university has started, and in BHU also and other universities also this training has started. So this is the we are sensitizing teachers regarding unique capability of each student, so that these teachers will be promoting students holistic development, which is very, very important in their academic as well as non-academic aspects. That flexibility is also important. This is another important principle on which our NEP is based, and there is no no hard separation. I will not be going into detail. I'll be just discussing what are the principles. NEP 2020 also talks about multidisciplinary and holistic education. It emphasizes the conceptual understanding. This is very important principle on which this NEP will be emphasizing. That is, conceptual understanding is important rather than rote learning and learning for examination. That it will, in order to do away with rote learning, which was there, students were just learning things and they were just vomiting during the examination. So this policy says that conceptual understanding is important rather than learning for exams. And this policy also will emphasize the creativity and critical thinking, so that logical decision making and innovation can be focused upon. And this policy also talks about multilingualism and power of language in teaching and learning. Power of language is very, very important. In this policy, local language has been given very, very importance. All the time we give importance to only English language. It may be because of the impact of West, we have given too much importance to the English language. And whenever a person we see speaking Hindi or any other language, it is seen as a sign of weakness, which should not be. So in this policy 2020, it will be focused. It will be again reestablished that any language which is your language, that will be very, very important. You will be learning in your own language. Life skills will also be given importance, like communication, cooperation, teamwork, and resilience. All these things will also be given due importance, and through this policy we'll be seeing it. And another important principle, which is very, very important in this NEP 2020, that is regular formative assessment for learning is there. So that we can do away with today's coaching culture. What is happening in today's coaching culture is that we are preparing robots. So continuous formative assessment is important for our students, so that we can become human. So for that, we need human reflective teacher also. And this policy also talks about technology. It is not that we are talking about past only. We are talking about technology, using technology in teaching learning, so that we can remove the barrier of language, and the young students can be taken care of. Educational planning and management, there will be technology usage in educational planning as well as in educational management. So, and this policy is also will be emphasizing the respecting the diversity and respecting for the local context in all curriculum, pedagogy, and policy. Full equity and inclusion will be the cornerstone of all the educational decisions in this policy. And the very important thing which we will be seeing in this presentation is that teachers and faculty are the heart of learning process. Their recruitment, continuous professional development, positive working environment, and service conditions are very, very important. See, whatever, then I think, am I audible, participants? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
what
sir.
I have chosen this topic, that becoming Vishwaguru through gurus. I have chosen this, that through ITS we can implement the IKS. Through ITS for me is Indian teaching system, and IKS, that an Indian knowledge system. That Indian knowledge system, we were rich, and we will be rich in as far as our treasure of knowledge is concerned. When we were talking about higher education, nobody was talking about higher education in the world. So you already know the history of Takshashila and Nalanda, how old our higher education system is. And we must feel proud on whatever our achievements has been. And, Bharatiya way is always sustainable, and it works towards ensuring the success of all. It talks about everybody's well-being, everybody's welfare. So it is very important that we should regain again the comprehensive knowledge system of our heritage, and we should demonstrate the world that is Indian way of doing things. And it requires training of teachers who are in higher education, so that they can demonstrate and they can exemplify to the world a way of life which is unique, which is peculiar, so that which is our great Indian civilization. So I feel, I believe, and I hope that through our Indian teaching system, that is through our gurus, we can talk about IKS, we can implement IKS. I hope you agree that it is because of our teachers. The responsibility is on teachers. Let us first sensitize ourselves, so that we can understand what is our rich culture. We have forgotten our culture. which may be the effect of Macaulay, which may be the effect of, West, that we have forgotten our culture, which was rich, and now we will be relooking, we will be seeing what is our treasure, and we will not be feeling, shy in using our rich culture, rich past, rich heritage, so that for the coming generation we can show that yes, you have a rich culture, and that rich culture should be brought in for you, and so that you can understand our way of doing things, which is Bharatiya way, which is our way, our own way. So that we have to reorient, we have to guide in our thinking process, because we believe in, you already know that we believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, my friends?
It is universal brotherhood, sir.
Wonderful. Universal, and whole verse is our family. Universe is a family, and you know that we believe in that. Indian always believe that India, Bharat is always having this ideal that our world is our family. See what is happening wherever there are conflicts in any part of the world, we are sending our people there to serve. So this is our philosophy. Recently, in G20, we have welcomed everyone. And we also believe in one of the philosophy or one of the principles, that is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. May all be happy. We believe that the world should be happy, world should be conflict free, so that there are no conflicts. All humans should be happy. And when we believe in that, this has been our policy. So from preservation to utilization, we will be accomplishing our goals, so that our country can become the emerging knowledge hub, where everybody will follow us. And definitely this will achieve the objective, one of the objectives of NEP, to develop a holistic education through which our country can achieve the position of Vishwaguru once again. I hope you understand what I will try to focus in this presentation. We will try to focus that what is the role our teachers can play, gurus can play, so that we can change our education system, or we can actually we can tell people, we can tell the world that our guru, through our teachers, we can achieve the Vishwaguru position once again. So what are the qualities which are very, very important in teachers? What are the qualities which should be there in our teachers, with the help of which we can achieve the position of Vishwaguru? What should be the qualities of a teacher in the class? Because when we are performing our duties in the class, definitely we will be doing justice to the education system. We can do justice with the students. अगर हम अपनी जिम्मेदारियां नहीं परफॉर्म करेंगे क्लास में, जो हमें करना चाहिए, हमें करना होगा, तो हम कुछ भी अचीव नहीं कर सकते, हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। हमारे लिए छात्रों के हित में जो जिम्मेदारियां हैं वो पूरी करनी होंगी। हमें जो सारी जिम्मेदारियां हैं, हमें जो जिम्मेदारी दी गई है, अपनी जिम्मेदारी एटलीस्ट एक क्लास के अंदर खड़े होकर, जो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम से कम एक बच्चे के हित में, एक बच्चे के लिए भी कुछ कर पाए, तो हम बहुत कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं बच्चों की लाइफ के लिए। तो सबसे पहली जिम्मेदारी कि हम गुरुज के जरिए, हम टीचर्स के जरिए कैसे हम अपने कंट्री को, अपने देश को, अपने भारत को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, वही चीज हम देखने की कोशिश करेंगे। हम इनोवेटिव स्टूडेंट तभी पैदा कर सकते हैं जब टीचर्स हमारे इनोवेटिव। तो वन ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट्स यू सी, अ गुड टीचर इज वन हु इज एबल टू see, not can, who is able to explain, is able to demonstrate concept in variety of ways for variety of learners with a variety of learning styles. In a classroom there are different kinds of learners, variety of ways are there, variety of learners are there, variety of learning styles are there. A good teacher is a good learner who is able to adapt to whatever is, according to the situation he is adjusting. जितने तरह के जैसे लर्नर्स, उनके हिसाब से अपनी स्ट्रेटजी को जो चेंज कर सकता है। A teachers can learn how their students learn. This is very important. There can be different types of learners in the classroom. Their learning styles may be different. So whatever their learning styles are, a teacher is modifying his teaching accordingly, and he is having continuous learning in the classroom. As one of the statements of Rabindranath Tagore, you can see a lamp can never light another lamp unless it continues to burn its own flame. A teacher can never truly teach unless he is still learning himself. So that's very important, that continuously a teacher should learn, should read, and should then definitely he or she will be able to contribute towards the success of the students. So embracing, accepting innovation in education is very, very important for critical thinking, openness, so that we can serve the students in the classroom. What will happen when we are adopting innovation and creativity, that it will provide the students necessary tools to tackle the challenges of their future workplace, and will give them confidence and skills. So innovation, which is very much important, which is transformative, it is very, very simple thing which we can have in our classroom. It improves something that already exists, which can be an approach, strategy, device, or a product. Innovation in teaching is not a difficult thing, my friends. It means the teacher is the creator. Innovation is not just not doing something new, rather it is thinking of new ways to improve a product, to improve a method, or to improve an idea, or to improve our strategy. When teachers innovate in teaching, it simply means that they are reimagining education of today by improving and transforming various components of education so that we can meet the needs of tomorrow. Every day, everyday teachers and school leaders across the world are using innovative thinking as a way to improve children's growth and learning. And innovation does not include technological advancement only, but it also includes technology. Integrating technology in teaching learning process. Innovation in teaching learning simply means creativity in the classroom. It means continuing to improve current methods and discover better ways to deliver content, knowledge, and effectively to the learners. Expanding learners' skills, ensuring that learners always get the very best learning experiences. And wherever learning is taking place, we are giving them best. We are giving them the what is the best for them and what is working for them. So we will be looking back through our past, which is our reservoir of knowledge. We will be seeing that what can be, taken from back and can be given to the current generation, because current generation will be knowing about treasure only through us, through gurus. So first of all, we have to sensitize ourselves. We have to be innovative, creative in the classroom, so that we can give the best of the experience to our students. So to be innovative, that teacher simply needs to be excited by the challenge of creating new strategies to meet the needs of unique groups of learners. Innovative teachers, that are flexible, resourceful, and they have a vision for improving the education and learning experiences for learners and commitment to do so. See, what are the strategies we will be seeing, that how we will be implementing, how we will be creating congenial atmosphere in schools, what are the teachers and administrators' responsibility so that we can bring improvement in the teaching learning process, what are the things, what are the practices which are needed in designing professional development opportunities for teachers, what are the things which are important for daily operations in the schools, how we can manage community relations, how we can communicate across stakeholders. All these stakeholders we will be seeing in the coming slides. See, teachers and administrators can encourage, nurture innovation through in their institution by following. There are some points we will be discussing, my friends. The first is being a role model. That being a role model means you have to be a role model for your, especially I'm from teacher education department. So I believe that when we are preparing teachers, you have to be role model for your students. Innovative and creative thinking can lead to improvement in teaching and learning. So what kind of things you should do in your classroom so that you can prepare innovative teachers or innovative students? You have to ask open-ended questions so that you are allowing teachers to use creative thinking to solve the challenges in during teaching learning process. Encourage the sharing of ideas about how to improve the current practices. See, our students these days are not creative. Now, the examination system, especially when about, definitely NEP will talk about, NEP has talked about the, some drastic changes in the examination system and a drastic changes in our education system. It's a very light but a very tight policy. It has been given in the policy itself that it will be a game changer. So this policy, which is, which focused on multidisciplinary education, which will be focusing on holistic development of the children. So encouraging of sharing of ideas about how we can implement this thing. Can you give any example, student participants? Any example, anyone? See, if we are a role model for our students, if we are sharing ideas, how in faculty members in, suppose if you are working in some department in higher education, and if you're publishing paper and you have something new, and if you're sharing it with your colleague, definitely you are sharing knowledge. And when you are sharing knowledge, it will be helping the students indirectly, because directly you are, sharing your new thing with someone, and that someone is a teacher, fellow friend, fellow teacher, who is going to definitely implement that thing in the classroom. So whatever new thing you have come to know, that should be given to the students also. So this is possible when you are sharing ideas, when you are sharing things with your friends or in your circle. Second thing which we can do is identifying and recognizing what are the improvements you need. You have to provide regular assistance and guidance when you test new practices, when you test new things in the classroom. You help students to find out the new measures, and assess the benefit of improved idea, practice, strategy, or method. I think, and you have to make your classroom safe for exploring things. I think you have to create an environment where it is very safe to learn, where it is very safe to explore new ideas. You know, in today's environment, what we see, what we have created, we have not given importance to new things. कभी भी हमने नई चीजों के लिए जगह नहीं दी है. हमारी क्लास में सिस्टम निजाम ऐसा बन गया है कि हम लोग कोई चीज नई इंप्लीमेंट नहीं करते, या कोई नई चीज आती है तो हम उसको बहुत तेजी से उसको ये कोशिश करते हैं कि वो हमको जैसे जैसे कहते हैं ना कि नया तो जूता भी काटता है, तो थोड़ा टाइम लेता है चीजें इंप्लीमेंट होने में. एनईपी के बारे में बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे हैं कि साहब इसमें ये है, लेट इट फर्स्ट सी, सम टाइम शुड बी गिवन टू इट, and then you should criticize. Do not criticize the thing before its implementation. So बच्चों के आइडियाज या बच्चों में जो आइडियाज, हम उनको ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट देने की कोशिश करें सो दैट स्टूडेंट जो है अपने नए नए आइडियाज के बारे में, नई नई चीजों के बारे में आसानी से आप तक कह सके. और आपने ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट कर दिया जहां वो नई चीजों की बात कर सके. स्टूडेंट शुड बी अलाउड टू अलाउड टू टॉक अबाउट न्यू थिंग्स दे हैव ट्राइड. This is very, very important. Your environment should be free. You have to allow them to think critically about new methods which were successful or failed. कोई भी चीज ऐसी है जो आप क्लासरूम में शुरू कर सकते हो, तो आपका पार्ट, आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन यही होगा. Ability to learn from failure is critical for environment in which innovation flourishes. अगर हमने ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट बना दिया है, हमने क्लासरूम में अपने कामयाबी को तो जगह दी लेकिन नाकामयाबी को जगह नहीं दी. स्टिल हमने बच्चों को ये नहीं सिखाया कि अगर फेलियर होगा तो कैसे उसको झेलना होगा, अगर फेलियर है तो उसको कैसे हम फेस करें. तो अगर हम बच्चों को ये एबिलिटी टू लर्न फ्रॉम फेलियर इज वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल, दैट अगेन इफ यू आर फेलिंग नो प्रॉब्लम, अगेन यू कैन ट्राई एंड अगेन यू कैन ट्राई, डेफिनेटली सम आफ्टर सम टाइम यू विल बी सक्सेसफुल. अगर फेलियर भी हुआ है, अगर आप किसी चीज में नाकामयाबी हुए हैं, तो कुछ ना कुछ आप सीखेंगे. इस तरह का एटीट्यूड हमें अपने क्लासरूम में करना होगा, जिससे कि हमारे बच्चे फेलियर को फेस करने के काबिल भी हो जाएंगे. और ये काम हमारा अपना है, जो हम टीचर हैं, ये हमें सबको करना होगा, ताकि students must feel comfortable discussing their mistakes frankly and openly. Happening, if you see the rate of suicides in students after every day, you will find a case, especially because of coaching culture. So this NEP has talked about that it will do away the coaching culture also. What is happening, we are admitting our students in different coachings at the cost of their and competitive spirit is there. lot of उन बच्चों के बीच में एक ऐसा कंपटीशन आ गया है, थ्रोट कट कंपटीशन, कि वो बच्चे ये भूल गए कि क्रिएटिविटी क्या चीज है, ये भूल गए कि ऐसी एनवायरनमेंट जहां फेलियर भी एक्सेप्टेबल है, हमने ही क्रिएट किया है, हमने ही क्रिएट किया है. तो हमें फिर से हमारी पुरानी पद्धति, पुरानी पेडागोजी, पुराने तरीकों पे जाना होगा, जहां पे हम ऐसी स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर एनवायरनमेंट फील कराएं जहां पे वो अपनी मिस्टेक्स को, गलतियों को फ्रैंकली अपने उस्ताद के सामने, टीचर के सामने, शिक्षक के सामने फिर से डिस्कस कर सके, और उनके टीचर उनकी सपोर्ट में खड़े रह सके कि वो फिर से ट्राई कर सके. मेरा ख्याल है अगर इस पर कोई बात अपनी कोई ऐड करना चाहे, अगर आप में से पार्टिसिपेंट में, तो ऐड कर सकते हैं. आप लोगों में से कोई अगर कुछ ऐड करना चाहें, पार्टिसिपेंट्स? Participants, am I audible? Anyone of?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is easy.
Yes, sir.
It is easy that we say that we are making our classes safe so that our students can explore, but it is very difficult to implement it. NEP has talked about flexibility. This is the flexibility we need for our classrooms. And that today there is no hard separation. A student who is of commerce background can study mathematics. A student of mathematics can study commerce. A student of science background can study computer science. This was not there earlier. Now through NEP we will be seeing that there should not be any hard separation. So the moment there is no hard separation, it means you feel empowered, you feel happy, you feel comfortable. I know many examples where students were very good in mathematics, but they could not be selected in BTech. So they were in commerce or they were in different disciplines, but they were not happy from their life. So this policy will be emphasizing the happiness. That is very, very important. Happiness in the classroom means happiness in the country. So this through gurus, and our responsibility is much more, my friends. The more responsibility is on us, our shoulders, that what kind of class we are creating, whether we are creating comfortable classrooms or not. So we have to create such an environment in the classroom where it is safe to give some idea, where it is safe to to think about something new. If students will be having this information that failure means simply nothing Nothing big deal, no problem. If we are fail in one attempt, no problem. We will be doing it again and again. That kind of environment should be very, very important for making our country great once again. And helping the students to see possibilities. This is very, very important. We have to create such an environment that talk about what is beyond today and look for avenues and possibilities. Constantly reaching to the new ideas and discussion. What is the institution's vision for educating children? This is, exploring better ways to deliver quality and equitable education to all through innovative and creative methods. This is also very, very important, that we have to give such kind of training to our students, to teachers, that what are the better ways so that we can deliver the quality education, equitable education to the children. And we have to give them time. Whenever we talk about creativity, whenever we talk about innovation, we forget that we never give the time to the students. And this policy in this NEP, that as our IKS system was, which was very, very flexible, Indian knowledge system, we have to give students sufficient time, because whenever you demand creativity, you have to give sufficient time also. Without giving sufficient time, you cannot ask students to be creative. Today's education system is such where, definitely after implementing NEP, we will be changing our education system. Today's education system is such that in this education system, students are just preparing themselves for examination. Through semesters, through yearly examination, they are always busy in semester, assignments. There are deadlines. So what is this? Creativity cannot be expected when you have deadlines. So what is important? Yes, deadlines are important, but you have to give sufficient time to those students also, so that they can be innovative in their classrooms. Providing resources. You talk about creativity. You talk about, creating safe environment for exploration. But you have to provide the resources so that they can explore. You have to provide the technology. You have to provide the resources to those students, okay, so that they can innovate and create something new. Without providing resources, you cannot expect anyone to create something new, something innovative. So this is very, very important. Then in the classroom, sufficient time should be given, sufficient resources should be given. And another important suggestion from my side is generating multiple solutions. Get in the habit of always searching for multiple solutions to a problem, because we should develop such an environment in the classroom that never stop at the first answer. There may be many answers to one problem. And never discourage vague answers. Sometimes it happens that in the beginning, their answers are vague. They will give different answers in the classroom. Welcome all the answers. You have to create such an environment in the class where all the answers are welcome. Embracing all the solutions, having brainstorming sessions. What will happen? What is going to give that thing? This way we are encouraging and expanding innovative thinking among learners, because innovative thinking is needed for today's classroom. Innovative thinking is needed to solve the problem. Multiple solutions is something which is very, very important. This is only possible when we are encouraging this thing in our classroom through us. That making innovation a goal or a strategy. This is also very, very important. That making innovation an expectation. When students know that they have to innovate and this is expected from them, they will definitely innovate. Giving value to innovation is very, very important. That in institution, in classroom, it is very much known to them that when we are innovating, it is given value, it is given respect in the classroom as well as in the institution. Providing training regarding professional development and training is very, very important regarding innovation, so that we can help our students to think innovatively about their own practices. And this is the way we can, encourage innovative thinking among children. This is another important suggestion would be from my side, that being resourceful. Innovation is not about, again, that I have said that it is not about the latest and greatest tools and devices. It is about the mindset. It is about the mindset. Again, I'm again saying it, that it is about the mindset of finding ways to be innovative with the resources we have. This is also very important. Another important thing that is very important is becoming an attentive listener. That being a good listener is very, very important in every profession. What is happening these days, that students are not listening. They are just saying, if you just go enter in any classroom, you will find that the attention span is become less. Earlier, their span was suppose 50 minutes, then it became for 40 minutes. And after Corona, we have seen a sea change in their attention span. And now they are not able to concentrate even for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So in the teaching profession, we have to learn this thing, that that student should be attentive listener, so that whatever teacher is saying, that the person is listening, and attentively listening, not only listening but attentively listening. That is very, very important. You know that in the classroom sometimes students are present, but whatever teacher is saying, students are present, but they are only physically present rather than mentally present in the classroom. So being a good listener is very important in every profession, and it is more important in our teaching profession. So we have to, again, going back to our past practices, what we have seen, that where a teacher who was considered as a sage on the stage, who was considered as the reservoir of knowledge, who was considered as a pious, person who was telling anything which is very, very important. So टीचर का रोल जो पहले था, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था, जिसमें वो जिंदगी चेंज करता था, जो गुरु समझा जाता था, वही गुरु हमें फिर से लाना होगा, वही चीजें हमारी फिर से सोचनी होगी, तभी हम अपने जो भारत है इसको आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। और अपने इस टीचिंग प्रोफेशन के जरिए जो हमें जिम्मेदारी दी गई है एज टीचर, और इसके जरिए हम इस काम को अंजाम दे सकते हैं। My friends, this is a very, very, huge responsibility on our shoulders. We are teachers. We have been assigned by Almighty God. We have been given this job of changing the life of others. In other professions, this responsibility is very big responsibility, that आपके पास और हमारे पास एक ऐसा मौका है जिसमें हम दूसरे की जिंदगी चेंज कर रहे हैं. So being a good listener, what will happen? It will allow us to understand our students better. We have to be good listeners also. In the classroom, when we go and our students are expressing something, definitely we have to be good listeners. So listen them carefully so that we can cater to them in terms of their need. Why I have focused their need? Because you might have visited the bank. There is one form in every bank, that is KYC form, know your customer. Have you heard this thing, know your customer? Participants, know your customer KYC form भरा है आप लोगों ने किसी ने?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
क्या होता है वो? कोई एक साथ कोई भी बताते हैं कि KYC फॉर्म क्या होता है?
अपना डिटेल देना होता है सर, अपना डिटेल।
जब हम बैंक जाते हैं, किसी भी बैंक विजिट करते हैं, तो एक फॉर्म हमसे भरवाया जाता है, KYC फॉर्म, नो योर कस्टमर फॉर्म।
उसमें सर हमारा सर आधार नंबर, फोन नंबर, ईमेल आईडी वगैरह सब इंफॉर्मेशन दिया जाता है।
मेहंदी भी छोड़ा दे बेटे।
आवाज
हेलो, हेलो, आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
Yes, I'm also not getting any sound.
तो टेक्निकल इशू आ रहा है, मुझे लग रहा है शायद कोई टेक्निकल इशू है।
मजहर सर है ना?
एक बार रीजॉइन करें क्या?
Hello, sir. We are not getting anything. There is no sound.
मैम सर डिस्कनेक्टेड।
सर ही डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं।
ओह, तो हम लोग भी डिस्कनेक्ट करके फिर से ज्वाइन करें?
मैम मैंने
नहीं मैडम,
तब भी नहीं हो पा रहा।
वेट करना ही ठीक रहेगा।
हाँ, ट्रू। लेट्स वेट।
जी, वेट करना ही सही रहेगा।
सर नेटवर्क इशू चल रहा है।
Hello, participants. Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
Thank you. Now visible?
Okay, sir. Now, okay.
Due to some internet issue,
Yes, sir.
yes. Connectivity problem was there. दोस्तों, मेरे भाइयों बहनों, मैं एक बात आपसे कहना चाह रहा हूँ जो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है अपनी ही लैंग्वेज में, जो हमारी लैंग्वेज है, जुबान है, जिसको हम समझ पाते हैं कि हम जुबान को समझ पाते हैं, सब चीज समझ पाते हैं, लेकिन हम कभी अपने बच्चे को नहीं समझ पाते, जिसको हम बच्चा कहते हैं। अक्सर मेरी क्लासरूम में मुझसे एक सवाल किया जाता है कि आप स्टूडेंट्स को बच्चा क्यों कहते हैं, तो मैं कहता हूँ मैं उनको अपना बच्चा समझता हूँ, इसलिए मैं बच्चा कहता हूँ। ये मेरा जो नियर अबाउट 1 डिकेड का एक्सपीरियंस है, उसके बेसिस पे मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अगर आप बच्चे को समझते हैं तो बच्चे आपको समझना शुरू कर देते हैं। और आप समझने के लिए स्टूडेंट्स को यू नीड टू बी अ गुड लिसनर। हमारा जो गुरु शिष्य की परंपरा रही है, आप जानते हैं कि ऐसी परंपरा दुनिया के किसी हिस्से में नहीं मिलती जो हमारे यहाँ मिलती है। हमारी जैसी परंपरा कहीं नहीं रही है जहाँ बे लॉस एजुकेशन, विदाउट एनी कंडीशन एजुकेशन दी जाती रही है। ये तो आप चीजें चूंकि हमें सैलरी मिलती है या हम पढ़ाते हैं सिस्टम में, कहीं भी करते हैं सारा काम, ये अब शुरू हो गया। वरना हमारा सिस्टम ऐसा रहा है जहाँ हम बे लॉस पढ़ाया करते थे। हमारा टीचर आज भी यही करता है। हमें पेमेंट हमें पढ़ाने का नहीं मिलता, हमें पेमेंट मिलता है ताकि हम जो काम कर रहे हैं, हमें खाने के लिए भी जरूरत है, हमें पीने के लिए हमारे दीगर अखराजात हैं, खर्चे हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें उसके लिए मिलता है। लेकिन ये हमारा मानना है कि टीचर ही है जो अपने बच्चे से बेलॉस मोहब्बत करता है, अपने बच्चे यानी अपने स्टूडेंट से। बाकी थोड़ा सा हार्ड बात होती है, अक्सर मैं इस बात को कहता हूं कि जब हम माँ बाप किसी बच्चे को अपने बच्चे को पढ़ा रहे होते हैं या अपने बच्चे को खर्चा कर रहे होते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं किसी न किसी कॉर्नर में ये फीलिंग होती है कि हमारा बुढ़ापे का सहारा बनेगा। लेकिन एक टीचर जो अपने बच्चे से मोहब्बत करता है, उसको कोई आशा नहीं होती, कोई उम्मीद नहीं होती बच्चे से कि वो किसी दिन बुढ़ापे का उसके का सहारा बनेगा। वो रियल मोहब्बत कहलाती है। That real mohabbat, that real ummeed, that real thing should come again, and we need to be good listener, and we need to develop good relations again with our students. That is missing these days. Definitely NAP has talked about many things about these relationships also. Again we have to go back to our past, that is from preservation to utilization. जो हमने preserve कर रखा है, reservoir of knowledge, that is important. You know what is our philosophies, what has been our philosophies, that are very, very important. So those philosophies, those things which has been our treasure should once again be given to the students, and that can be given in a better way when we understand our students. So understanding students is very, very important. And how can we understand the students? We can understand the students when we can listen them carefully. And listening them carefully is always possible when you give them sufficient time. And when we are not giving them sufficient time, it happens many a times that we are busy in some other responsibilities, activities. I know that how overloaded we are, but still we have to give them time. As and when students ask you anything, you can give the answers in the class itself. If it is not possible, that answer is not possible in the classroom, you can call them later on. That's very important. So that we can develop a personal connection with the students. It is missing these days. Personal connection is missing these days. It is very difficult to bring innovation in our thoughts and practices if we are not connected with our students. Latest trends in our area or profession can be discussed in the classroom when we are having personal connections in the classrooms. Without that, we will not be able to find innovative ways of teaching a course material. So we need to overcome that gap by talking to our students. When I say talking, means listening to students also, understanding their weaknesses, understanding their shortfalls, developing a connection so that we can help and we can motivate them. आप जानते हैं दैट के भगवान हनुमान जी को भी मोटिवेट करने की जरूरत पड़ी थी कि आप हनुमान हैं और आप बहुत ताकतवर हैं। तो हम इंसान हैं, जब भगवान को मोटिवेट करने की जरूरत पड़ी थी, आप जानते हैं कि उनको बताना पड़ा था कि आप कितने माइटी हैं। तो किसी श्राप की वजह से वो नहीं जान पा रहे थे कि वो कौन है, तो उनको बताना पड़ा था कि आप, तो उनको भी मोटिवेशन की जरूरत थी। हम तो इंसान हैं, तो वी नीड मोटिवेशन सो दैट वी कैन अचीव अ लॉट इन आवर लाइफ. So our responsibility is much in classroom that we need to motivate our learners. We need to motivate our students. And we teachers have a huge responsibility that the better is with our connection with our students, it will be easier for us to get through to them. And in terms of study, in guidance and counseling, it is very important to have good relations. Good relations means that we will be emphasizing. Just a minute. I'm sorry. So we are, guidance and counseling are also possible when we are having a close connection with our students. So that personal connection is needed. अगर personal connection miss है ना बीच में, तो वो
Sorry for disturb.
develop करना होगा so that authentic learning is possible. We have to give them more opportunities for discussion. We have to be very much in connection with the students, their peers, and with other teachers also. So what are the things which are very, very important for our today's classroom? That is, attitudinal change is important. Changing the mindset is important. What is this attitudinal change? A change in mindset, mood, overall classroom. Why? Begin with the teacher. Let us start with teacher. Teacher set the tone of the class. Because from the minute students walk in the institution's premises, if the teachers are positive, excited about their subject, student will definitely follow. So we teachers must have a passion as far as our subjects are concerned. You know what is happening? Once we join our profession, there is freezing. You might have heard the term freezing. We freeze. We never learn because a paper is needed for our promotion. We just do. Sometimes, not all the teachers, I am saying, many teachers do that courses just because they need a certificate for promotion. So I believe that many of the teachers attend these kinds of programs for their personal growth and for their professional growth. This is very, very important because if you are continuously learning, definitely you are helping students. So you must have a passion for the subjects which you are teaching. Teachers' mindset regarding how to design and deliver content is very, very important so that we can create innovative classrooms today. Most of the teachers try to teach solely from their own point of view. Teachers need to think that about their students also. They are leaders also. Ask them what is their point of view in the classroom. Start discussion. You need to be a facilitator only. When you enter in the classroom, don't consider yourself a teacher only. You are a facilitator, helping in the discussion, then starting the discussion and then observing what is happening. You will see there are many responses coming from the student side. That is only possible when you are trained for that. So IKS also talks about that whenever you will be in the classroom, you have to start initiative and you will have to take initiative, then you have to start discussion, and then you will see that the students are responding and their responses are taken. You are just an observer in the classroom, guiding them. You are a guide there. So this way we can create leaders in the classroom. That is very, very important. Self-reflection is also very important. When we have a profession like as teaching profession, which is very challenging also, self-reflection and students a critical opportunity to see what is working and what is not working in the classroom. This is very, very important. The teaching strategy is very important to analyze and evaluate our teaching practices so that we can focus on what is working in the classroom. We have been following old practices without evaluating, even not in today's circumstances. Or sometimes students are not getting anything in the classroom, and we have been following the old method, which is not suitable as per today's classroom. See, before Corona, online classes were not there, and we have adopted this new system, that is online class system. What is happening these days? Everybody is comfortable in online. There are some hiccups, there are some problems, online network issues are there, but these are manageable issues. Earlier, before Corona, nobody was thinking about these online classes or screen, this mute, unmute, all these things. These were very new things for us. All of a sudden, Corona came. So that what happened during Corona in first and second stage, but that has given us an opportunity also with regard to online classes. So which was unthinkable, that is online refresher, online short-term course, online orientation program. Now it is possible with the help of technology. So what is not possible today may be possible tomorrow. We have to self-reflect. We have to see what is working and what is failing in the classroom, what is not working in the classroom. For that to happen, you have self-reflection is very, very important. Seeing what is working in the classroom, what I should do to further improve myself. I should attend regularly refresher courses. I should attend regularly webinars. I should attend regularly workshop, symposiums, so that I am improving myself and improving my students indirectly. Because if I am improved teacher, definitely that benefit is going to go to the students whenever I will be in the class. Asking open-ended questions, so that open-ended questions are questions without textbook answers. You understand? So various point of view are important in the classroom. Students' answers can lead to strong collaboration, exciting conversation, new ideas, as well. It will encourage leadership skills. So this will help the students realizing their potential and they never found within themselves. This is very, very important. देखिए उनके अंदर जो treasure है, उनके अंदर जो चीजें हैं वो बाहर आए. This is how this has been our method. Dialogue method is always emphasized in our Indian, generations. We have been having this dialogue method of teaching. But these days, classes have become one way. Only somebody is talking and others are just listening passively. So this trend should go away, and the new trend, that is our IKS, which is old but always new. I will always, you understand that IKS is not only about old, it is old, but it is very much relevant today. IKS should come in front of people. Indian knowledge system, what has been our knowledge system, which has been forgotten due to one or other reasons, should come once again in front of us, and we should think on it, which is the best way for our circumstances, and which has always talked about open-ended questions, which has always talked about self-reflection. That is going to give our students the opportunity so that they can express themselves and they can give the very best in their classrooms. So वो जब भी पॉसिबल है, जब हम गुरुज, हम शिक्षक, हम टीचर्स जो है अपनी जिम्मेदारियां ऐसे करें कि हम उनको अपना सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन भी करें, अपनी क्लास में ओपन एंडेड क्वेश्चंस रखें, अपने बच्चों से बातें करें और उनका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी जानें। उसके लिए फिर हमें देखिए क्लासरूम में एक फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करनी होगी। वेरियस टीचिंग मेथड्स हैं जिनको कि हम बेटर क्लासरूम जो स्पेस है उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि क्लासरूम स्पेस मस्ट प्रोवाइड फॉर ways for students to work independently, interact with their peers, and provide areas of collaboration. Nowadays, recently ICSR has come up with many proposals. Collaborative research project were there. ICSR has also given many projects on independent projects were given. तो ये सारी चीजें emphasize क्यों की जा रही है, ताकि हम अपने बच्चों को भी उसके साथ लगाएं और सिखाएं कि कैसे एक फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट क्लासरूम में क्रिएट की जा सकती है। पीयर्स के साथ बातें करें ताकि हम पीयर्स मींस बच्चों आपस में बातें करें और सीखें। Still, many classes you can see that they are crowded place where there is no space, there is communication gap is there, roadblocks, which may be roadblocks when a student needs to concentrate. So learning spaces should provide for flexibility so that one-to-one learning is possible, collaboration is possible, independent thing is possible, and group discussion is possible. ये सभी जब मौजूद होगा, जब होगा क्लासरूम में, जब हम फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट क्लासरूम में क्रिएट कर पा रहे हैं। We have to use problem finding approach instead of problem solving approach. It's very important. It's very easy also. Instead of problem solving, teachers can help students look at the world by finding gaps to fill using problem finding. Problem finding is not a new, it's not something new. It's already, it means it is equivalent to problem discovery. Problem finding process include problem shaping and problem solving altogether. It requires intellectual and imaginative vision to seek out what might be missing or should be added. Understanding the problem, raising new questions, seeing new possibilities, seeing old problems from new perspective, from new angle, and it requires creative imagination. This is very important. Yeah, we have always focused on problem solving approach. Rather than focusing on problem solving approach, we have to focus on problem finding approach. If students are able to find problem, definitely they will be, one day they will be solving their problems. So it has been you already know that every time when we are in the classroom, we say that ask questions. Tell us what are your problems. Because questions is much more important than answers. Someday they will find their answers. The questions are much more important. We should give importance to questions. So that is very important in the classroom. If it is happening, if you are able to create such kind of an environment, definitely we are creating environment which is flexible environment. Let students take risks. This is very, very important. That we have to create. I think abhi hamare paas waqt hai. हमको let students take risks to learn. This is very, very important. Earlier we used to emphasize on field work. हम लोग बाहर जाते थे, field में जाते थे, सीखते थे. This has been our practice. Nowadays, what is happening that we are sitting in a sophisticated environment learning, and we are not going into field. So this policy NEP talked about the field work, which is very important. The student need to see many people try, but they keep on trying to get desired results. This is very, very important. There will be failures. So students need to experience failures to learn. We have to motivate them again and again. Very simple example I will give you. That try is a 3-letter word, whereas fail is a 4-letter word. So we must try rather than fail. Attempt. At least attempt. No problem. We must try. Try is shorter than failing. So try karna. At least if you are not hitting a football, you are completely missing it. And if you are hitting it, you may miss it. So जब आप try करते हैं, कोशिश करते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग सीखते हैं. So that kind of habit we have to develop in our students, which is missing these days. What is happening? If you see, आप जान रहे होंगे राजस्थान के बारे में कोचिंग कल्चर इतना ज्यादा हो गया है. मैं किसी स्टेट के बारे में खाली फोकस कर रहा हूँ, बहुत सारी जगह ये सारी चीजें मिलेंगी. लेकिन देखते होंगे जगह है वहां कोटा, कोटा किस चीज के लिए फेमस है स्टूडेंट पार्टिसिपेंट्स?
Institutes, sir.
कोचिंग कल्चर। देखिए हमारा जो इतिहास रहा है, हमारा इतिहास कोचिंग कल्चर को नहीं कहता है। हमारा जो सिस्टम है, एजुकेशन सिस्टम, वो कोचिंग कल्चर को, लेकिन हमारा क्या हो गया कि आज हमने कोचिंग कल्चर को इतना बढ़ावा दे दिया है कि आप देख रहे होंगे बहुत सारी कोचिंग्स पर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने लेटर्स भेजे हैं कि आप इतना ज्यादा जो ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे हैं आईएएस वाले में, खासतौर से ये अभी आपने लेटेस्ट न्यूज पढ़ी होगी कि हर एक आईएएस जो निकल जाता है जिसका टेस्ट, वो उनको अपना पिक्चर छाप देते हैं कि हमारी कोचिंग तैयार कर रही है, हमारी कोचिंग तैयार करा रही है। आपने अभी न्यूज सुनी होगी लेटेस्ट में। तो बहुत सारी कोचिंग को नोटिस गया कि आप ये चीज क्या कर रहे हैं, कोचिंग कल्चर को इतना प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो अपना सेल्फ की तैयारी से बना हो आईएएस, लेकिन हम अपना आपको प्रमोट करने के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं। तो जो कोटा है, जो एमबीबीएस और दूसरी डिफरेंट इंजीनियरिंग के लिए जो भी कोचिंग वहां चल रही है, वहां आप देखते होंगे सुसाइड रेट कितना हाई है। बच्चा जो जरा सा कुछ नहीं कर पाए और वो बच्चा फौरन फेल हो जाता है और समझता है जिंदगी खत्म हो गई। हमारा कभी भी इस तरह का पास नहीं रहा है। हमने दुनिया को रास्ता दिखाया है, हमारे भारत ने दुनिया को बताया कि कौन सा रास्ता, और आज ये हो क्या रहा है कि हमारा सिस्टम भी इस तरह का हो गया है कि हमारे बच्चे जान दे रहे हैं अपनी। तो हमें फिर से अपनी पुरानी पद्धति, पुरानी चीजों को देखना होगा और उनको नए जमाने में लेके आना होगा वापस, सो दैट विच आर ऑलवेज रेलेवेंट। अगेन एंड अगेन आई एम emphasizing that they are relevant. So we have to see them once again that what has been our system of education. We have to definitely, थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, वक्त लगेगा, लेकिन चीजें फिर से आ जाएंगी, क्योंकि हमने थोड़ा सा गलत रास्ता बीच में पकड़ लिया था, या हम थोड़ा सा भटक गए, ऑफ द ट्रैक चले गए थे, जहां में हमारा बच्चों को एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम, आप जानते हैं कि एक एजुकेशन कमीशन ने अगर कहा था कि अगर हमें एक सिस्टम, एक रिफॉर्म भी सजेस्ट करना हो तो दैट विल बी रिगार्डिंग एग्जामिनेशन। ये हमारा एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम बन गया है, जो आज मेरा ख्याल है, मैं सोचता हूँ, मेरा मानना है कि ये एनईपी के जरिए हम चेंज करने जा रहे हैं। जो नई पॉलिसी है एनईपी, नेशनल पॉलिसी, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, जो नई पॉलिसी है, इसके जरिए हम बहुत सारी चीजें फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ला रहे हैं, और जिसके जरिए डेफिनेटली वी आर गोइंग टू डू अवे विद दिस कोचिंग कल्चर। So what is actually happening when teachers provide real world problems to solve to the students, and when we are developing that attitude among them that no problem, if you are failed, no issue, you are learning, you should try once again. That attitude is very, very important, and we have to give them best of the experiences कि आप जो है अगर कुछ ट्राई करते हैं तो आप सीख के आ रहे हैं। आप ये क्यों सोच रहे हो कि आप सिर्फ फेल हो रहे हो? तो हमने ना एक चीज देख ली, हमने उनको फेल होने के बाद वाला एक्सपीरियंस दिया ही नहीं, हमने उनको तैयारी नहीं किया। रादर देन सेइंग एक्सपीरियंस, हमने उनको तैयारी नहीं किया कि फेल भी हो जा सकता है। मैं अपने बच्चे को कभी भी, मैं अपने बच्चे की बात लेके चलता हूँ, कम से कम मैं अपने और मेरे स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनकी भी बात कर रहा हूँ कि मैं ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट करूँ, अगर कोई बच्चा फेल भी हो गया तो क्यों फेल हो गया ये जानने की कोशिश करूँ, खाली उसको सिर्फ फेल होने के बाद डिमोटिवेट ना हो पाए और वो बच्चा फिर से। आई हैव सीन इन मेनी केसेस दैट स्टूडेंट्स कैन कम अप इजीली with flying colors when you are motivating them. Your motivation matters, your role matters in their life, your role is very, very important. Again and again, I remind that God has chosen you to teach. You are a teacher, a noble profession in which you are in. You must understand the importance of this profession. You know that what is the importance of this profession, that you are a guru. And when you are a teacher, you must understand what is teacher. Teacher is very, very important in everybody's life. You can change the life of your students. So you need to give students need to experience failure to learn also, and try to create an environment where they are feeling happy even after having if they are failing in attempts, if they are failing in their whatever they are doing. So because they are offering, when teachers are providing real world problems to solve, then they are offering a platform for a student to learn from failure, step up again to find ways. Time will come and they will be successful, don't worry, but no problem if they are failing. So flipped classroom approach, you already know that what is flipped classroom approach. आज के जमाने में हम ये भी कर सकते हैं, which is always possible, that we are emailing them the material, and then we are discussing in the classroom. You should prepare your content beforehand, and you can give that content to the students. So what will happen, what is going to have, what is the benefit of that when you are following this principle, that's this method, that flipped classroom approach? क्या होता है दोस्तों, फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम अप्रोच क्या होता है पार्टिसिपेंट्स? हेलो, एम आई जी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
फ्लिप्ड क्लासरूम अप्रोच क्या होता है?
सर आपकी आवाज इको हो रही है।
आपकी आवाज इको हो रही है।
ये फ्लिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच क्या होता है? फ्लिप क्लासरूम स्लाइड दिख रही है आपको?
यस सर।
इसमें एक वर्ड लिखा है यूजिंग फ्लिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच।
फिलिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच।
यस सर।
ये क्या है?
यस सर।
देखिए हमने ये बात की थी कि हमारी पद्धति ये रही है कि बच्चों को पूरा टाइम दिया जाए। तो क्या जो फ्लिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच नया अप्रोच है, ओल्ड अप्रोच है ऑलरेडी? इन आवर स्क्रिप्चर्स इट इज मेंशन्ड दैट आप बच्चों को पहले मेरी आवाज अनम्यूट कर
आपकी आवाज इको कर रही है सर।
सर आपकी आवाज इको हो रही है।
आवाज आपकी डबल करके आ रही है सर। आवाज डबल करके आ रही है।
अच्छा,
साउंड इशू सर।
अब आ रही है आवाज?
सर सभी को बोलिए म्यूट कर लेने माइक अपना।
हाँ, सारे लोग म्यूट कर दें, सिर्फ एक जिनको आंसर देना हो वो बोले।
सर आवाज इको हो रही है।
अब भी हो रही है? जब सब म्यूट कर लीजिए।
जी हाँ सर।
ठीक है।
नो सर, अभी तक नहीं हुई सर।
वो सबका खुला हुआ है एक्चुअली। अब मेरा ख्याल है जब सब बंद कर देंगे तो आ जाएगी। अगर फिर भी कोई दिक्कत हो, हेलो
सर नूरू जमान सर का माइक खुला हुआ है।
एक सेकंड मतलब ये आवाज होती है कौन सा ऑप्शन किसकी आवाज कौन है? नूरुज़्ज़मान साहब आपने अब आवाज हो गई। नूरुज़्ज़मान साहब आपका खुला हुआ था।
अब ठीक है सर।
अब ठीक है ना? वो एक्चुअली नूरुज़्ज़मान साहब का खुला हुआ था।
हाँ सर अब ठीक है।
हाँ, वो मजहर भाई हमारे रेगुलर हमारे पास मौजूद है। वो जैसे ही कोई इशू होता है तो फौरन आ जाते हैं। मैं एक्चुअली ये एग्जाम्पल एक चीज लिखी हुई है पीपीटी में, फ्लिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच। तो ये क्यों जरूरी है क्लासरूम में? देखिए हम बात करते हैं कि हमारे पास टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं होना चाहिए डिस्कशन में, लेकिन चूंकि आप जानते हैं 40 मिनट्स 50 मिनट्स हमारे पास क्लास के होते हैं, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं बेहतर, सो दैट वी कैन हैव अ गुड डिस्कशन इन द क्लासरूम व्हिच हैज बीन और वी कैन हैव डायलॉग मोड इन द एजुकेशन सिस्टम। क्या कर सकते हैं? फ्लिप क्लासरूम अप्रोच जो नया लगता है, ये ओल्ड अप्रोच है। इसमें ट्रेडिशनल ऑर्डर ऑफ टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग क्लासरूम का हम रिवर्स कर देते हैं, यानी स्टूडेंट्स कैन व्यू मटेरियल, can read text or do research in their homework prior to coming to the classroom for discussion. So what will happen actually, the time which you spent in the class, that will be reserved. No time constraint will be there. Now for you can have peer-to-peer learning, group discussion, independent learning is self-dependent, and you can be engaged in discussions also, and collaborative work is possible. This is also very important. So what actually my dear participants you can do, that you can give material to your student beforehand, that is before class you can give them material. Nowadays we have the technology, you can email them the material which you want to teach. ये आप लोग कर भी रहे होंगे, बहुत सारे लोग, आप लोग सब में बहुत सारे लोग ये करते होंगे कि पीपीटी पहले दे देते होंगे। जैसे हमारे यहाँ जो ये है सिस्टम कि हमारे यहाँ क्लासरूम में पीपीटी पहले ही दे दी जाती है, या प्रेजेंटेशन से पहले उसकी पीपीटी मांग ली जाती है, ताकि आप लोग थोड़ा सा उस पर आइडिया सोच के आए, जो ताकि डिस्कशन हो सके। ये वाला अप्रोच बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इससे होगा क्या कि हम डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं क्लासरूम में, हम टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं रहेगा, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट। एक और इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि हम कैसे इनोवेटिव क्लासेस कर सकते हैं। इनोवेटिवनेस हम अपने क्लासेस में प्रोवाइड करा, इन्वायरमेंट बना सकते हैं, या क्रिएटिविटी क्रिएट कर और फोस्टर कर सकते हैं। क्या चीज ऐसी करें? तो देखिए हम एक और काम ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि हम अपने क्लासरूम्स में रेगुलरली इन्वाइट करें एंटरप्रेन्योर को। You know, government has passed one rule in UGC that professor of practice. क्या है professor of practice? आप में से कोई जानता है इसको? एक नई चीज यूजीसी लाई है, प्रोफेसर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस। आप में से कोई एक साहब बता दें। Am I audible?
यस सर।
प्रोफेसर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस क्या चीज है? बड़े लोगों ने इसको क्रिटिसाइज किया था, लेकिन विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट्स वैल्यू, क्रिटिसाइज करना बड़ा आसान है, लेकिन देखिए एक एग्जांपल मैं दे दूं, क्रिटिसाइज करना बड़ा आसान है लेकिन कोई चीज क्रिएटिव एंड कंस्ट्रक्टिव लाना बड़ा मुश्किल है। किसी मुसव्विर ने एक पेंटिंग बनाई और उसको चौराहे पर रख दिया और कहा कि साहब इसमें कोई कमियां हो तो बता दीजिए। तो जो भी मिलता था, और पेन भी रख दिया था वहां, कहीं उस पर पेन लगा दिया करता था कि ये कमी है और ये कमी है और ये कमी है, यानी कि उस पर बहुत हद तक के काफी कमियां लोगों ने उस पर लगा दी। अगली बार पेंटिंग बनाई और लिख दिया कि कमियां बताते भी जाए क्या कमियां हैं, तो किसी ने पेन नहीं लगाया। तो बताना बड़ा आसान है कि ये कमियां हैं, लेकिन सोल्यूशन क्या है ये बताना बड़ा मुश्किल है। तो प्रोफेसर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस जो बड़ी अच्छी चीज ये लेके आए हैं, इसमें एक ये है कि अगर कोई सीनियर आदमी है जो इस प्रोफेशन में नहीं है, मान लो टीचिंग में भी, लेकिन उसके पास उस एरिया का तजुर्बा है, इंडस्ट्री का तजुर्बा है, तो अगर उसको डायरेक्टली अपॉइंट किया जाएगा, म्यूजिक का तजुर्बा है तो उसको डायरेक्टली अपॉइंट किया जाएगा इंस्टीट्यूशंस में, सो दैट वी कैन हैव दैट एक्सपीरियंस इन फॉर आवर स्टूडेंट्स एंड आवर स्टूडेंट्स कैन लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम दैट पर्सन। ये एक चीज यूजीसी लेके आई जिस पर बड़ा ह्यू एंड क्राई हुआ कि एक ऐसी चीज आ गई, ये डायरेक्ट एंट्री है या ये है, without understanding the idea, without understanding the intention behind it. Intention was that, for creating innovative classes, we need to invite regularly entrepreneurs and innovators in the classroom. What we can do in the class, that we teachers can reach out to different leaders through social media these days. We can use social media and we can invite these leaders in our classroom. Live interaction is possible through virtual means. Offline interactions are possible. We have to invite people, so those who have achieved a lot in their respective fields. And many people are ready to give, free of cost, they are coming in classrooms. Many people are ready, especially if you call your alumni, they are very happy to give you back what they have, gained from their institutions. So we have to create an environment that when we are creating innovators, we are creating entrepreneurs in the classrooms, so that live interaction is possible, or offline interaction, that is traditional interaction, whatever we are having, that is also possible. So this way what is happening, that we are giving support to our students, so that most of किस बात से सक्सेसफुल हुए, क्या क्या चीजें थी, कौन कौन सी चीजें थी जिनके रास्ते में बाधाएं आई, वो डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं, और कैसे कैसे वो फेल हुए और कैसे कैसे फेल होने के बाद वो उठ खड़े हुए, वो सारी चीजें हम क्लासरूम्स में डिस्कशन करा सकते हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है, हम लोग सब लोग कर सकते हैं। इसके जरिए हम एकदम जो इंडस्ट्री का एक्सपीरियंस है उसको क्लास में ला सकते हैं, विच इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल। दिस इज द वे हाउ कैन वी क्रिएट innovative classrooms, and this is only possible when we are having interaction, online or offline, both are possible. You can use technology also, or you can invite them in the offline mode. आप ऑफलाइन में बुलाकर उनको इंटरेक्शन भी करा सकते हैं। इसका बड़ा ही फायदा होने जा रहा है माय फ्रेंड्स। और ये इंटरेक्शन जिसपे कि हम हमेशा, एक होता है कि साहब कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट स्टूडेंट पार्टिसिपेंट्स, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We need to develop the communication
Yes, sir.
skills among our. Thank you very much. See, what are the things which are very important in communication skills? Communication skills means not only English, but any language in which they feel happy, in which they feel comfortable. I am not against any language, but I am not in favor of any particular one language only. I am always in favor of many languages. The language in which students feel comfortable, the language in which interaction is possible, the language in which students understand things, the language in which they feel as if they are getting things in their own way. That is very, very important. So communication skills allow students to allow you to understand and be understood by others, so that you can effectively communicate ideas to others. You can actively listen the conversation, you can give feedback, you can receive feedback, especially active listening. These are the parts which are very, very important. Adapting communication style so that your audience are getting you. Friendliness, confidence, giving and receiving feedback, volume, clarity, empathy, respect, understanding nonverbal cues, and responsiveness. These things are very, very important. If we are not able to develop communication skills in our learners will not get anything. तो जो बात, जिसमें दिल की बात वहां तक पहुंच जाए, वो वाली लैंग्वेज के जरिए हमें बात पहुंचानी होगी। Again, emphasizing the role of our teachers. This is very, very important. Teachers' role is very, very important here. That is, the communication skills means the language in which our students are comfortable, the language in which they feel happy, the language in which they are understanding things. This is very important. We need to develop strategic thinking, that is, rational thinking among students. That is also very, very important. ये जो एक चीज है ना, स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग विच इज रैशनल थॉट प्रोसेस, हमारे बच्चों में ये लाने की जरूरत है। सोचने की जरूरत है बच्चों को क्लासरूम्स में कि क्या हमारे लिए क्या क्या चीजें और हो सकती, तो कैसे करेंगे हम, ये हमारा टीचर का बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है। एंड लीडरशिप स्किल्स भी एक ऐसी चीज है कि जो हमें ये आए कि हमको काम को कैसे डेलीगेट करना है, कैसे इंस्पायर करना है, कैसे कम्युनिकेट करना है इफेक्टिवली। ऑनेस्टी, कॉन्फिडेंस एंड कमिटमेंट एंड क्रिएटिविटी, ये अदर जो स्किल्स हैं लीडरशिप की, ये भी हमारे बच्चों के अंदर हमारे टीचर के जरिए देनी होंगी, हमें सिखाना होगा। डेलीगेशन और इंस्पायर करना दोनों ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, सो दैट एंड दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ये एक पॉइंट है जिसको मैं एम्फसाइज करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ यहाँ के, बिल्डिंग अ कोलैबोरेटिव वर्क एनवायरनमेंट, यानी क्लासरूम में कोलैबोरेटिव वर्क एनवायरनमेंट की भी जरूरत है, जो मिसिंग है। एक छोटे से छोटे आप देख लीजिएगा किसी भी क्लास में बहुत सारे having conflicts in the classroom, no problem, but that conflict should not be an hindrance for the environment of the class or for the conducive environment of the class. That should not be a hindrance. That conflict should be manageable so that we can create collaborative work environment in the classroom. In a collaborative environment, it becomes essential to be realistic about everyone's vulnerabilities. We understand that what are the strengths and weaknesses of a class. Accordingly, we can promote collaboration and start building teams. एक क्लास में हम बच्चों के साथ ऐसी चीजें, we have to establish realistic expectation for that and clarity of clarifying the goals, because हम एक क्लास में घुसते हैं और ये जानने की कोशिश करते हैं, क्योंकि आजकल जो बच्चे आप देख रहे होंगे कि बच्चे हम लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं बच्चों को। मैंने फोकस किया था नो योर स्टूडेंट्स, नो योर कस्टमर की तरह ही नो योर बच्चों को समझने के लिए हमको क्लास में घुसने के बाद पहले हम बच्चों के एनवायरनमेंट समझें और कौन कौन से स्टेक होल्डर्स उसमें लगे हुए हैं, हम उनके माँ बाप से भी राब्ता कॉन्टैक्ट कायम कर सकते हैं और फिर हम अपनी स्ट्रेटजीज को उसी हिसाब से मेंड कर सकते हैं। ओपन माइंडेडनेस को इनकरेज कर सकते हैं, हम उनके रोल्स को अगेन रिव्यू कर सकते हैं ताकि हम समझ सकें कि हमारे बच्चे चाहते क्या हैं और हम एक कोलैबोरेटिव वर्क एनवायरनमेंट कर सकते हैं। आप इसमें कोई एग्जांपल देना चाहेगा, इसमें कोलैबोरेटिव वर्क एनवायरनमेंट कैसे सजेस्ट, कोई आप लोग बताएंगे? Participants, am I audible? Participants, anyone can?
Yes sir.
एक एग्जांपल दीजिए कैसे हम क्लासरूम में कोलैबोरेटिव वर्क एनवायरनमेंट कर पाएंगे। आप लोग में से बताइए, कोई भी बताइए कि आप क्लास में कैसे करते हैं, कोलैबोरेशन कैसे प्रमोट करते हैं। एनीवन? वेरी गुड। और
Sir, through projects works.
थ्रू प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, वेरी गुड।
क्वेश्चन
तो
आंसर,
स्मार्ट क्लासेस,
किस तरह?
क्वेश्चन
स्मार्ट
आंसर के
क्लासेस के
द्वारा।
द्वारा।
क्वेश्चन आंसर, गुड। कोलैबोरेशन को कैसे और हम बेहतर बना सकते हैं, क्योंकि आज कोलैबोरेशन की बात चल रही है। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज प्रोमोटिंग कोलैबोरेशन फ्रॉम अदर फॉरेन कंट्रीज आल्सो। आप सबसे कोलैबोरेट करें, एमओयू साइन करें और बेहतर प्रैक्टिसेस को जानें। ओपननेस, इंडियन वे का मतलब ये नहीं है हमारे देश में कि हम अपनी ही पद्धति, बल्कि दूसरों की पद्धति जो हमारे यहाँ ऑलरेडी है, जो दूसरे की पेडागोजी ऑलरेडी है, वो हमारी पद्धति में ऑलरेडी शामिल है। हम उसको जाने, मिक्स करें और फिर दुनिया को बताएं कि जो आप आज ये कर रहे हैं वो हम ऑलरेडी करते आए हैं। हमारे यहाँ कोलैबोरेशन बहुत पुराना है, ये है कि आप इसको नया कह रहे हैं जो हमारे यहाँ चलता आया है। तो इसको हम कैसे और इस वर्क एनवायरनमेंट को क्रिएट कर सकते हैं चिल्ड्रन में, बच्चों में। आपस में जब हम टीचर्स हैं, आपस में काम कर रहे हैं, तो कोलैबोरेशन को प्रमोट करने की जरूरत है। और जो क्लास आपने बताया है, ये एक बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। इसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं कि हम रिवार्ड दें इनोवेशन को, कोलैबोरेशन को। इनोवेट अगर कोई कल्चर है तो हम उसको हम आउटसाइड द बॉक्स कोई थिंकिंग होती है, कोई ऐसा चीज लेके आता है। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैज फ्रॉम दिस ईयर एक बहुत अच्छी चीजें हैं और हमेशा होती है, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी भी इसको कर रही है कि हमारे यहाँ एक प्रपोजल होता है कि बच्चों से ये मांगे जाते हैं कि कोई इनोवेटिव आइडिया हो, कोई आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स आपके थिंकिंग हो या प्रोजेक्ट हो, आप आके प्रेजेंट करिए। और एक बोर्ड होता है जो उसको इनाम देता है अगर कोई चीज अच्छी आ रही है। तो ये चीज बहुत जरूरी है कि बच्चों को हम जाने कि कोई नई चीज अगर आपके पास है तो यू शुड प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ बिफोर अदर्स। और ये जब मुमकिन है जब व्हेन यू आर रिवार्डिंग इनोवेशन, व्हेन यू आर गिविंग वैल्यू टू इनोवेशन, and when you are thinking about innovation, when you are thinking about creativity, and एंड सेलिब्रेट द टीम सक्सेस पब्लिकली। जब आपका कोई टीम या आपके बच्चों में से कोई चीज होती है, आप कोलीग हैं, हम एक डिपार्टमेंट में हम एक पेपर पब्लिश करते हैं और हमारा एक अच्छा, मान लीजिए कोई स्कोपस इंडेक्स में पेपर पब्लिश होता है या किसी और अच्छे जर्नल में पब्लिश होता है, तो हमको दूसरे का जिसका पब्लिश हुआ उसकी भी सक्सेस को एंजॉय करना है और बच्चों को मोटिवेट करने के लिए सक्सेस स्टोरीज को शेयर करना होगा बच्चों में, ताकि बच्चों को ये समझ में आ जाए कि कैसे कामयाबी और मिलेगी। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। बच्चे हमको देख रहे होते हैं, अगर हमारे अंदर ही कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स मौजूद हैं, टीचर जब डिपार्टमेंट में काम करते हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशन में काम कर, हमारे अंदर ही कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स मौजूद हैं, तो वो हमें देख रहे हैं और वही चीज वो अपने अंदर भी इम्बाइब कर लेते हैं। तो हम उनके अंदर अगर चाहते हैं कि इनोवेटिवनेस रहे, उनके अंदर कोलैबोरेशन रहे, उनके अंदर टीम वर्क रहे, तो पहले हमें अपने अंदर लाना होगा और अपने अंदर लाने के लिए हमें बहुत सारे बदलाव करने होंगे। अपने जो हमारी प्रैक्टिसेस हैं, अपनी चीजें हैं, उसमें हमें बहुत सारी चीजें का चेंज करना होगा। You know, this is very important that this is how we can develop confidence and we can inspire them and they can contribute. This is very, very important. That is the thing which is very important, which is not happening. Now, what is happening that individually we are working, but we are not working in a team. So team success should also be celebrated. That something you have achieved. I am very happy that when Government of India has initiated this collaboration project, अभी short term project आए थे, अभी थोड़े दिन पहले आपने देखा होगा शॉर्ट टर्म प्रोजेक्ट्स आए थे बहुत सारी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की स्कीम्स पर। उसमें उन्होंने कहा था कि आप कोलैबोरेट कर सकते हैं किसी से भी। यू आर इन, सपोज इफ एनी टीचर इज टीचिंग इन अलीगढ़ इन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन, दैट ही कैन कोलैबोरेट विद द अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स टीचर्स। किसी ने इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट के किसी टीचर को लिया, ज्योग्राफी डिपार्टमेंट के टीचर को लिया, या किसी और डिपार्टमेंट साइकोलॉजी के टीचर को लिया, तो 4-5 लोग कोलैबोरेशन में उस प्रोजेक्ट को भेज रहे थे। मैंने एक चीज और देखी, and I have done the same thing, that we have collaborated from other universities. I mean 5 central universities, 5 and some state universities were also involved in it. सब के सब अपना अपना प्रोजेक्ट लिखकर भेज रहे थे और कोलैबोरेशन कर रहे थे। क्योंकि जब आप कोलैबोरेशन करते हैं इसका मतलब कुछ डिस्कशन हो रहा है। जब कुछ डिस्कशन हो रहा है तो बहुत सारी चीजों को आप एक दूसरे की सीख रहे हैं, और बहुत सारी चीजों को सीख रहे हैं तो डेफिनेटली आप सिखाएंगे क्लास में। तो ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो हम ये कर सकते हैं। तो हम गुरुओं का रोल ये कि अपने आप को जब हम इंप्रूव कर रहे हैं तो मैं मानता हूं कि हम अपने बच्चों को इंप्रूव कर पाएंगे। तो लेट अस फर्स्ट इंप्रूव आवरसेल्व्स सो दैट वी कैन डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली गिव दैट बैक टू आवर स्टूडेंट्स। तो पे बैक का जो टाइम है ना, कि जब आप अपने को इंप्रूव कर लीजिए, जो वापस जो देंगे बच्चों को, वो जब ही जा पाएगा जब अपने आप को इंप्रूव कर दिया। तो अपने आप को इंप्रूव करने के लिए हमें कोलैबोरेशन इनोवेशन को ये बढ़ाना होगा क्लास में। दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। मोटिवेशन एक और इंपॉर्टेंट मोटिवेशन वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड। लेट अस डिस्कस दिस पॉइंट दैट वर्कप्लेस एडेप्टेबिलिटी स्किल्स। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ adaptability skills among students should be developed, and adaptability skills are quality that allows us to adjust to changes in our environment. Being adaptable at work means we can respond quickly to changing ideas, responsibilities, expectations, trends and strategies. This is very important. This is very important. And अगर आप adaptable हैं तो it means you are possessing a soft skills. This is very important. अगर आप यही जॉब करते हैं और आप जो कोई इसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करेगा, को समझ पाए अडेप्टेबिलिटी स्किल को? हेलो, एनी पार्टिसिपेंट? मैं आपसे बात भी इसलिए कर रहा हूँ कि बार बार नेटवर्क इशू हो जाता है, तो ये मुझे पता रहे, मुझे नहीं दिख रहे हैं आप लोग कौन कनेक्टेड है कौन नहीं, तो कम से कम ये भी इंश्योर हो जाता है कि हाँ मेरी बात आप तक पहुंच रही है। जी
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can understanding.
जी मैम, जी मैम,
Okay.
जी मैम। वर्क प्लेस एडेप्टेबिलिटी स्किल्स क्या चीज है मैम?
Workplace adaptability skills is there.
Yes ma'am. So how can we develop this among students?
Giving work, changing new ideas.
Ha, yes, and any other one?
Sir, responsibility.
Giving them और दूसरे लोग में से कोई? There are skills like workplace adaptability skills, then interpersonal skills. It includes teamwork skills. It includes organization skills. These are very very important for our classes today. And because time is very little, 4-5 minutes or more to go. So quantitative skills, which includes mathematical skills, these are very very important. And these are the things which scientific skills, survey skills, These are the skills which are very, very research skills, thereby developing problem solving and disseminating and communicating results. बच्चे research skills आएंगी तो ये जानते हैं कि कैसे किस तरीके से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स को डेवलप करना है, डिसिमिनेट कैसे करना और कम्युनिकेशन रिजल्ट्स को कैसे कर पाएंगे लार्जर पब्लिक में। तो ये सारी चीजें बच्चों के अंदर हमें डेवलप करनी होंगी। हमें का मतलब किसे, एनालिटिकल स्किल्स, गुरुओं को, बच्चे के अंदर डिसीजन मेकिंग स्किल्स, हाउ दे कैन बिकम लीडर्स। तो आई थिंक risk taking skill is also very important, so that they can come out with best in their personality, जो भी वो जो फेलियर से बाहर आके और वो दे सकें बेस्ट, ये भी बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं थोड़ा सा स्किप कर रहा हूँ स्लाइड्स को और मैं अब कुछ दोबारा से अपनी बात पे आता हूँ कि जो मैं कहना चाह रहा था कि साहब, the topic which I have chosen is becoming Vishwaguru. I hope that your role is very important. Your role means whatever you can contribute as a teacher. When we are a teacher, we can make our India once again great, Vishwaguru, world leader, only when we are performing in our classes, and when we are giving our best, when we are sensitized, when we know what are our responsibilities, when we know what are our duties. If we are able to upgrade ourselves and we are able to give that benefit to our students, definitely our classes will be strong. When our classes will be strong, our country will be great. Our country will be again Vishwaguru. I believe that you will all can contribute. During Corona, how teachers have contributed. They were Corona warrior, because during 2 or 3 years Corona period, you were teaching in different schools and institutions. You did wonderful job. I really salute you, because all the teachers did wonderful job. There was no zero session in any universities of India. There was no zero session in any college. We could continue education with the help of technology. So it was your contribution which is very, very important for making our nation great once again. We were great, we will be great. Very soon we are going to achieve this position, that is Vishwaguru. And now see what is happening in other countries. Everybody, many developed countries are following us, seeing us. They have a great expectations from us. And when we teacher contribute, when we do our best job in schools, definitely we will be becoming great, we will be becoming good. I hope that you understand what I was trying. I hope my intentions were clear. Student participants,
Yes, sir.
अगर आप कुछ सजेशन देना चाहें इन दिस रिगार्ड या कोई आइडिया देना चाहें, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. कोई बात करना चाहें या कोई सजेशन देना चाहें, या मेरी बात में इसमें देखिए आपको कि हम विश्वगुरु जब भी बन सकते हैं जब हमारे गुरुज, हमारे टीचर्स अपने कंट्रीब्यूशन दें. इस बात में आप जानते हैं कि वो दोबारा से वही रेस्पेक्ट, वही डिग्निटी रिस्टोर करने की जरूरत है जो थी हमारी. और जैसे ही हम डिग्निटी को रिस्टोर करते हैं जो एनईपी के जरिए हो रही है, हम क्लासरूम को स्ट्रेंथन करते हैं, डेफिनेटली वी विल बिकम विश्वगुरु वन डे. Thank you, participants, for having patient hearing. I am very much thankful to you that you have contributed, and there were some technical glitches, technical problems. Even then, you cooperated. Thank you very much, participants. Thank you very much. I can understand.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much
sir.
for such a
Thank you,
complex
sir.
and detailed lecture.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
At 4, it is very difficult for a teacher because you all are, might be taking classes in your institutions, and then at 4 you are in the online class. So this is always difficult. This time is very difficult, but even then you were there listening me, helping me, telling me that there some internet issue was there. So thank you once again for helping me, for cooperating with me. And I believe that you will be doing hard work in your classrooms. You are doing hard work. You are doing great work. You are attending this program. And through this program, we are trying to sensitize our fellow teachers regarding IKS, Indian knowledge system, and IKS can be achieved, implemented with the help of Indian teaching system. So this journey from ITS to IKS is possible through teachers. Through teachers, we can achieve a lot. Once again, we will be becoming Vishwaguru, and we are heading towards that direction. Thank you, participants. I'm ending my presentation. If you feel anything, if you want to ask anything, you can want to suggest anything, you can suggest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
हाँ, आदि मजहर भाई हो गया।